Hi dear friends, and today we will talk a bit about our Georgian tea. Maybe many of you already know that we have our own tea factory in Ozurgeti, in Guria region of Georgia, and finally we got here in Amsterdam the big batch of our Georgian tea. It's actually a little bit late, but we took some time to prepare it, and also we make some post-processing during late autumn season, and finally we was ready. Because it was the first shipment. They tested all the tea in German lab for cleanness. Actually, it's clean as a drop of a baby. Let me say, it's just really fascinating tea this year. They processed some kilos of our Georgian tea. Maybe you already seen my videos from Georgia when we also participate in production, and last summer I spent a significant amount of time on the factory, developed some new technology also, so how to produce some teas, because they bring to the factory in Georgia professional equipment, mostly Chinese equipment, and including some made by special order vacuum machine to make Gaba tea, also for sure roasters, rollers, dryers, everything. And this year we spent some time to experiment with technology and to finally implement some technologies on the level. So we made this collection. And here we have many teas. Most of the teas have beautiful Georgian names. For example, this tea have a most important name, Pemeri. Pemeri in Georgian means farmer, and it's to thank for the first main important thing. It's our gratitude, our biggest thanks to all the farmers in Ozurgeti who work very hard to hand-pick all the tea and to supply the leaf, because it's most hard job after maybe technologies, but I don't want to compare. So we really appreciate all the farmers, and really want to say thank you to all the farmers who work with us, and because we have our own field, but also have farmers who help us with the material from their very small plots of land, and who work on our field as tea pickers, and who clean up all the plantation, because we only trim by hand, by machine, but actually without any fertilizers or herbicides. So it's all our plantation only manual work. You can look for our older videos. So this tea is actually Georgian Gaba red tea, and many types like which have Georgian names. It's mostly Gaba red teas. So this tea is Ozurgeti Georgian Gaba red because of the name of our city, Ozurgeti, and Khili Georgian Gaba red tea. And Khili has actually it's in Georgian means fruity, and this one have a little bit fruity flavor. Actually, the main fact about Georgian teas in general, they are sweet. They are really delicate, fragrant, sweet. Not so much tannin. It's almost impossible to make them bitter, especially you see I put a lot of tea. This is why its tea is kind of fluffy. You need to put a little bit more in the teapot. It's almost impossible to over-infuse or over-brew Georgian tea, because we have cultivars which originate from China. Mostly all the cultivars came from Moychay province before, and still because of a lot of scientific research in Georgia for almost a century, maybe even more. We have a lot of local cultivars like Bakhtadze, like Georgian number 1, Georgian number 2, some other cultivars like Kolhida and so on, and some wildish cultivars, and some mixed trees, which maybe not necessarily everyone know what is it. Actually now, because in one field you can have up to 5-6 cultivars, and many fields in Georgia was abandoned for a certain period of time. Sometimes it's decades of time. So now we have pretty exclusive cultivars, and also if you process it differently, the tea also became quite special. Georgia is actually the northernmost tea region in all around the planet. We can have tea here, even in Netherlands. We have tea even in UK. But if you talk about some kind of volume, the amounts of production, for sure, Georgia is the biggest and northernmost territory when you have good tea. Nowadays, what I really like, it's for last maybe 2 decades, it's slowly resurrected, and more people get curious to produce tea in Georgia, and we have maybe few factories who do quite good tea, and we one of these. We were happy to be part of these guys who produce something special in Georgia, not only commodity level tea like mass market product, but something really exclusive. We are really try to bring something completely new. So most of these teas, it's also kind of experiment. Even white tea, which have a name Tetri Knuti. Tetri Knuti in Georgian means white kitty. Why white kitty? I don't know, because it's kind of funny sound. I like kitties and I like white color, yes, and I like white tea. So this we have only one type of Gaba white tea. What does it mean, Gaba white tea? Because actually to increase the amount of Gaba butyric acid in tea, which is very healthy compound for many products, not only for tea, this Gaba butyric acid you mostly increase during the dithering process. So you just interrupt the dithering for a certain period of time, for a few hours, put the tea in a vacuum camera, and after you take it out for maybe 6-7 hours, sometimes 8 hours, and after you process, you continue the processing, and it means actually you can make Gaba any kind of tea. You can make even green tea Gaba, you can make red tea Gaba, and this is our white tea Gaba, which is quite unusual and sweet, beautiful tea. Especially if you like white teas, I do really recommend. And also only one type you have of a green tea. It's a traditional pan-fried green. I can say it's have a taste in between of Japanese and Chinese teas, because it's very light, the same as all other Georgian teas, very floral and a little bit grassy notes, and I really also love it. And we have a collection of Georgian Orthodox red teas, or black teas, how we can call it. This is 3 types. We have July Georgian red tea. We have also June Georgian red tea, and early June Georgian. So 3 types of classical Orthodox red tea, and all the rest is Gaba red teas. They have few of them, and I will start explaining that with Pemeri, Ozurgeti, and Khili, and also this is very interesting tea, Tskhare. Tskhare actually in Georgian means spicy. Because of fermentation change, it has kind of spicy note in taste, and I really like this one, Tskhare. And now I drink, for example, Atami. Atami in Georgian means apricot. Sorry, maybe more concretely say peach, actually, but still kind of peach flavor or apricot flavor in this tea. This is why it's called Atami. This one it was our bestseller on a tea festival in Prague. I just get back from this festival and people really enjoy it, and it's very fruity, and I really have a little bit of apricot aroma and flavor, very delicate. And the main difference among all these Gaba teas, Gaba red teas, it's a time of fermentation and a combination of regular fermentation and fermentation in vacuum. It brings finally some slightly differences in aftertaste and tastes, and this is why we divided it into batches. Especially didn't blend them because actually they are a little bit similar in a way. So for example, this Atami can be a little bit close to Khili, because this is also fruity flavor. This is fruity but more kind of peach flavor, and but still I decided to keep it different, because they still have their own uniqueness. They're done in different days, in different sometimes it's June or July. During these 2 months it was produced, and still we have quite unusual, not same tiny notes in taste. Actually this tea called Tapli. Tapli means honey, so it has a little bit of honey flavor. Of course, all these tastes and fragrances are quite subtle. It's not like you drink, I feel honey immediately. Like the same with other teas, you don't have very strong association with certain flavor, and maybe even some people didn't feel it. But for me actually it is like that, and we tested it with our team. It's our idea about these teas. This is our own production. We're very proud of these batches, and we have some amount of these teas here in Amsterdam. Some batches are very few, like very small amount of this white tea, and some of the Gabas also not so big quantities, but some of these we have few boxes maybe. But we receive more feedback. Please, if you bought these teas, please, I very appreciate your feedback, because it's our own product, and we, same as we work even with our product which we do deliver from China. There's also many teas made by our order. We control the quality on each step, but here we can, we not even can, but we really want to develop as much as possible, as better as possible. This summer I will go to Georgia, also to spend some time on a factory and to learn more, to maybe adapt some new technology, and I want to think about more deep fermentation, maybe even post-fermenting, which we experiment before. Maybe do some experiments with raw, almost like Shen technology, maybe also more Gaba white technology. So I want to work more. I'm happy that people just on the festival, Hungarian people tried our Georgian tea, and I was like, wow, it's great. It's working. People love it. I hope you would love it too. And thank you for your attention, and please drink natural Georgian tea. Be healthy, because it's healthy tea. It's absolutely clean tea. And good luck. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support, and especially thank you for your feedback. See you.